as well, to make an example. And America is going to be the biggest example, man, which is spiritually Babylon and Egypt. Because that place is going to be made a desert, a wasteland, where all type of abominable inhabitations or abominable spirits are going to be inhabited.
Hey, this is Genesis 1 and 20. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that they may fly above the earth in the open, the firmament of the heaven, right? Because out of the waters came everything, man. Because we are creatures. So abundantly, there's no number to what came out of the water. We just know that it was innumerable, man. People think that it was just Adam and Eve. It was not just Adam and Eve. It was innumerable. It was abundantly. It wasn't just creatures. It was also man and women. Abundant. So what is abundant? Is there a number to abundant? No. There's no number to abundant.
That's right.
It's just whatever the Most High deemed was perfection, man.
And to add to what the brother's saying, man, that's how you know Esau's wicked, because on the Georgia Guidestones, what do they have on there? The first commandment on there for them is that they want to reduce the population to 500 million, right? So Esau believes in cutting down the flourishing of people, right? Rather than, because we're supposed to be fruitful and be abundant.
Well, that's the thing, and even in this kingdom, just the thought of having a child gets you stressed. That shouldn't get you stressed. That should be the most natural act on planet Earth. That should just be another day. Hey, brother, you know, one of my wives are having another child. Oh, congratulations. That's it. You know what I mean? It's just, okay. Congratulations, huh? But that thought is gonna stress you out, man.
That's right. I believe in China, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they have the one-child policy.
One-child policy. That's crazy, man.
And so it's not working out for them. Because the population ratio is off. You have more women there.
And they're becoming homosexuals.
I mean, more men there.
More men.
Sorry.
Yeah,
more
they're
men.
becoming homosexuals and asexuals.
See, man?
They're marrying dolls and robots.
Sex bots.
You know, brother,
sex bots.
You're in the truth, and your girl told that she's pregnant. Demons jump on you, man.
Of course.
And you kind of like, you hope she says, you know what I mean? I hope she, I hear her do it.
You want to push that bitch down the stairs. Tell her, there was a puddle right there. There was a puddle, bitch. Don't fucking blame me.
Hope she says it.
I know it's crazy because you do start thinking evil thoughts.
Of course. Bro, you want to bring her to the fucking abortion clinic and be like, I'll wait outside. I'm going to be here when you're done.
That's crazy.
Dumb bitch.
That's hell, man.
But it's wickedness. To do that, that's wickedness. Right? Like, if that does happen to you, brothers, guess what you have to do? You got to take that out. You got to take that L. It's an L. But you got to take that L.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, that evil thought is going to come into your mind. Don't get it twisted. It's going to come into every single one of our minds. You know, but it's an L that you have to take, man, no matter what.
No. Muscle X is a fraud.
So what are you guys dealing with? Tell me.
Right?
Hebrew Israelites.
Hey, this is, let me get this for you, Ak. This is Romans 8, and then the brother can go back, 8 and 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who had subject the same in hope.
That's right, man. That's the Most High.
In hope.
You know, go ahead.
Yeah, 21. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh.
That's right, man. That bondage of corruption is not only the society we live in, but the bodies we live in, man. Like we were just finishing talking, like when your woman gets pregnant, immediately you start to have wicked thoughts. We're not going to have those thoughts in the kingdom, man.
Hey, I got to read this just to prove your point. The last verse, 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now.
That's right, man. That's how you know we're living in hell. You can't even be happy to be a father. Cause you're out here like stressing, okay, I gotta do this.
And that's celebration time.
That's a celebration.
That's popping a bottle. We popping bottles just because, you know what I mean?
You pop a bottle.
Fuck, man.
And now you're stressing.
You know, like we should, brothers are, you're more nervous of having a daughter in this kingdom. But remember, back in the day, a daughter was money. So be out that cha-ching. Yes. Yes.
That's an investment.
Yeah, that was an investment back in the day. And back in the day, you'd be like, is it a girl? Fuck. Another boy.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true.
God damn. But now you have a girl, you're gonna think she's gonna become a whore.
Yeah, immediately you think it. Immediately, man. And then you're worried about what your kids are gonna be taught because the school system.
That's right.
What they watch.
What the woman who's not really your woman is gonna teach the child.
That's right.
Yeah.
When you're not around.
When you're not around.
That's right. You know, it stresses you out. You become like crazy, man.
Yeah, that's just a con.
Like I've never had kids myself, but little cousins of mine who are young. You know what? You see them watching certain shows, and you know the shows are off.
Yeah, that's right.
But you can't do much about it. You have to suffer it. It's
like the new movie, Frozen, which is coming number 2. But that movie's all about witchcraft.
Yeah.
That's a movie on witchcraft.
Yeah.
Right.
The Most High and the scriptures talk about witchcraft, and it's witchcraft is like it's a sin unto rebellion.
That's right.
So they're already getting your kids right when they're young, like when they have no recollection of what's right and what's wrong, and then they still further that and put them into schools to further solidify what they're teaching them.
That's right.
So now your kids grow up to be unruly, right? They call you, they swear at you, condemn you. Some kids even fight their parents.
Yeah, that's true.
Take their parents' life. Some kids take their parents' life just because of the fact that they grow up in the society and they believe, or rather they've been taught that they can do whatever they want.
Two precepts. This is Psalms 58 and 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stopped in her ear.
That's right.
And then Psalms 140.
Yeah, like for example, to stay on the topic, not a lot, but the whole world is taught that a man or a woman is something that is a choice. No. What did the Bible say? The Bible said a young man leaves his mother and father, and you join onto your woman, and you become one. So is that a want? No, that's a need. We need the women, and the women need us. It's not a want, it's a need. We need to be together. It's good for your overall mental health. It's good for your spiritual health to have a woman, because as a man or as a prince, the first thing you preside over is what? Your household. How the fuck can you be a king and you can't even preside over your own house? You can't even preside over a child. You can't preside over a fucking woman? And you want to preside over a nation? Are you on crack cocaine? How the fuck you gonna preside over a nation of people and you can't even rule over a child? Your children are in the street running around like crackheads, man. Your women are out here fucking twerking on Instagram Live. Come on, man. So it's not a want, it's a need to show and prove who you are as a man. To preside over. That's our job. As a man, you're meant to preside every day. Give orders. Hey, I'm going on the road. When I come back, this house better be clean. You tell your child, hey, when I come back, the room better be clean. That's presiding, man. That's rulership. That's where rulership begins.
Look at this. This is 1 Timothy 3 and 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine, no striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous, one that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity.
All
For
gravity.
if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of the Most High?
It's exactly right through the spirit.
Shit.
Word for word, man.
Damn.
Word for word.
Damn.
Scripture itself.
Shit.
That's very true, man. You gotta start with your own household. You can't keep your kids in subjection. You can't keep your women in subjection. You're thinking about grandiose ideas and do other things. That makes no sense.
Start off small.
Yeah, start off small, man.
One brick
at a time.
Shalom. Shalom.
You know, and that's the truth, man.
Khan.
But you had
Add another precept in spirit change.
actually, I got a quick precept. Talking about the household. This is Titus chapter 2, verse 4, and it says, you know what? Let me start out 1. Titus chapter 2, verse 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged man be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith. That's one thing that our men, you know, in the
Aged
house.
men.